Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 37 of Direwolf20's Modern Skyblock series. Today, more Mechanism. So I want to knock out some of the quests, but I also want to see if I can get into making some power and some energy storage with Mechanism. Because like right now, we've got this guy going on, which is cool, don't get me wrong, he ain't terrible. I also thinking I might want to, well, I probably can't move my pump jack into a compact machine. That would be cool if I could, but then it occurred to me like there might not be oil in my compact machine because that is technically a different dimension. So I don't know, might relocate. Well, no, because I can't relocate the pump jack because it's pumping the. All right, so that stays. But I might, I don't know, move some other things. Distillation tower is probably too big to put into a compact machine for sure. So as a matter of fact, I'm probably not going to move any of this stuff. This will probably all have to stay as it is. But that's fine. We'll leave it there. But I do want to, like, maybe get away from the water wheel. It's not a bad passive power gen, but it's not a great one either. And I would really love it if I had better power gen. So Mechanism might come to the rescue there. So we'll look at that. Obviously, we have power transfer, but I wouldn't mind getting other things like item and maybe fluid transfer pipes going on. That would totally make my life easier. So lots to do with Mechanism today. So let's get started. I was kind of poking around at all the quests that we have to look at right now. There's lots of them. So let's just like start knocking them out because to be honest, there's so many machines in Mechanism. Like, I understand the basic ones, like the Crusher and the Enrichment Chamber and all those, but there's a bunch of other ones that are meant for making Mechanism-specific items that I kind of forget what they're all about, because it's been a while since I've honestly played with Mechanism. So, I'm just going to start doing the quests and see where it leads me, and then we're also going to focus on, once we get to the point where we're, like, starting to hurt for power, I might look at, like, making some generators from Mechanism. Right, so there's like solar generators that I wish it told me like what the power gen options were, but like those don't look to be too bad price wise. So and then I know that there's other generator types from Mechanism. So power gen's probably going to start becoming more of an issue sooner than later, would be my guess. So let's prepare for that. And also power storage, right? So energy cubes, I believe they are called. Yeah, these guys, right? So they can store 800,000 RF. This one stores 3.2 million. And this is the first one, 12.8 million. That's better than the 4 million RF that this guy can store, right? So we'll see what we get with there. So quests. Sounds like a good time, right? Quests. Chemical infuser. The chemical infuser can mix gases. Cool. So I'm just going to start crafting and see what we come up with. So chemical infuser, basic chemical injector, chemical infuser. So we're going to need some basic tanks. So that doesn't look too bad. I should probably think about... Oh, it fell. Moving that guy to a more reasonable location. Notice I didn't really get too upset when that thing fell. I can open this without... Yeah, cool. All right, cool. Nice, nice, nice. Let's put you there just so we can cover up this hole. And then we can trash these guys. Cool. Chemical infuser needs a couple tanks. 1, 2 empty tanks. And those tanks are for gas, right? Basic gas tanks is technically what they are. And we're going to need more enriched alloys. Did I really burn through all those? Enriched alloys, that's the iron one, right? Or is that the osmium one? I always mix these up. Iron, yeah. So I feel like we're going to need, like, a healthy amount. Luckily, I have this awesome infusing factory, cool as that, to do more speed upgrades. To do speed upgrade all the things. Oh, yeah, that's what's up. But that's enough at least to get me cooking. And then we're going to need a dynamic tank. Cool. Chemical infuser, nice. Now, do you want me to do anything besides that, or just... Claim quest and we're done. Claim quest and we're done. Chemical oxidizer. Looks to be a little bit different. That, according to the book, can turn certain items into fluids. Neat. So chemical oxidizer. Again, we're going to need one of those guys. We're going to need another tank. Gas tank, apparently. And a personal chest. Neat. I'm not familiar with the personal chest. What's your deal, personal chest? I guess it's just a secure chest. Neat, though. I like that. And another one of you guys. Not that. Basic control circuits. So I'm going to throw some more osmium into our redstone guy. How's that sound? Dude, I'm loving that I jumped right into factories. Loving it. And we can get, like, that's just like the middle tier factory. We can get even better. It's awesome. Chemical oxidizer, quest complete. Nice. Cool. Condensing and decondensing. The rotary condensator can turn liquids into gases and vice versa. So, rotary condensator. And these are all foundational items that we're going to want to have a lot of. So, ooh, basic tanks. That's nice. A nice tank for storing liquids. That's what's up. Hey, we need gold for the first time. Might as well go grab a stack. Stack of gold, please. Not a bad thing to have on me. And I might wind up throwing all my my loot crates into this temporary chest so that I can have those ready to go when needed, right? Oh, and more glass. Derp. Should have got that ahead of time, too. And as a reminder, totally easier to get glass now. Like, if I wanted to stack a glass... Oh, yeah. 5 at a time with speed upgrades? That's what's up. Not even as many speed upgrades as we can possibly have. Oh, that's gorgeous. Look at that smelting speed. Look at that. Granted, we're using 250 or 1,000 RF per tick, basically. Yeah, 1,000 RF per tick. But that's okay. That's okay. I'm cool with that. For that speed, I like it. But yeah, we can totally cook this thing up. Rotary condensator. Yay! Claim reward. Okay, so that's another quest knocked out. So again, just kind of knocking out all these quests because I assume that it's like leading me towards something. Chemical washer can clean slurries. So I know a lot of this. So what's the uses of the chemical washer? That turns lithium. Okay, that's cool. I remember this stuff a little bit. Chemical washer. Wow, that is you can basically copper slurry can take sulfuric acid and like a ore block and turn it into a slurry, and you can do like more ore processing. I don't know how much of this we're gonna need to do in this series, but I guess we'll find out, right? I guess we will. Because like you don't get ores as it stands right now, right? Like there's no need to worry about that as much because you don't get ores. So these are osmium, right? Let's get like 20 more of you cooking. But yeah, okay, cool. Sweet. Chemical dissolution chamber is blocked out. Electrolytic separator. Needs gold dust and iron dust. Gold and iron. Nice, right? Loving it. I should definitely get some speed upgrades in some of these things, though. Cool. I have the feeling like we're going to need some more iron in these guys. So I'll let that cook. So that's another quest knocked out. And then we'll hook up all these machines at some point in something of a reasonable fashion once I remember what they're all for. Because honestly, I don't remember what they're all for. Osmium compressor will allow me to get refined obsidian ingots and glowstone ingots, which, as I recall, is an important thing going forward for like the higher tech stuff, right? So I don't think I made the osmium compressor yet. So it's going to need another steel casing. And then we just need some advanced dudes. So let's get you guys. I'm going to grab 4 of you because I suspect I'm going to need more of that in a minute anyway. And another bucket, huh? Okay, I can do that. Cool. So I'm going to pop you down here because I know what your deal is. Right? And then you need to make refined obsidian ingot and glowstone ingot. So Mekanism ingots. We've got refined obsidian, which in the osmium compressor is osmium plus refined obsidian dust. That's the one that's diamond obsidian, right? So I did make obsidian between episodes. I made it a point to grab some of that. So we're gonna want to let's do like 6 of these. You know what? No, wait. This is what always confused me about Mekanism a little bit. Because when I think obsidian dust, I think crushing factory, right? But obsidian dust is made in the enriching factory. And that always tripped me up. And I'm probably going to want more diamond. So let's get a few more diamonds. I know I washed a bunch the other day. I think I did at least. So I'm going to grab, like, not exactly a ton, but a bit. And I wonder if I can use Mekanism to get diamonds in a better fashion. It's been a while since I've been hammering ores, but... Do I have to plate these? I think I do. So that's coal, that's redstone. Which, by the way, I need more redstone in there. Technically, I should probably be doing this the smart way. What do I use the Mekanism thing? I always mix these up because like different ones are done different way. Enrichment chamber is what, yeah. So we'll want to enrich all these guys. And FYI, if I want to take out my speed guys and throw them into here, I totally can. See how it's picking up speed now and also using more EU or RF. Nice. That's cool. Let's do the same with redstone, by the way. So half a stack of redstone. But in the meantime, you can take your compressed diamond. Okay, yeah, that definitely has a good amount of use to it. And remember, we can just throw regular redstone in here, but let's just look at the difference, right? 210 redstone. The single redstone dust goes up to 220. This guy, a single one of these, goes up to 300. Oh, wow, that's a huge improvement. So 80 versus 10, right? So you get 8 times just by throwing it in this enrichment factory. There's no extra cost. It's just the same piece of redstone going in, but it's been enriched. That is a huge improvement that I will not fail to do going forward. Sweet. That is really a big improvement, so definitely cool, right? So then you refined obsidian dust plus osmium. Cool, refined obsidian ingot, cool. And glowstone ingot is glowstone dust with an osmium. Easy peasy. Well, presumably, assuming I have glowstone. I do! Good job, Direwolf. Having resources. At some point, we'll, like, fully automate all the things. But for now, it's all good. Neat. Ding ding. Ding ding! Nice. Just putting away. I'm gonna put away the machines in here too. Cool. Let's open up some loot boxes, huh? Razor wire. Sweet. Tier 1 chance pendants. Blacker Lotus. Rare Mega Loot Case. Ooh, what'd I get here? Nifty. Inspiration. 8 damage, 1.7 speed. Decent durability. Okay. 1.49 speed, 1.7 speed. Does that mean you break things faster? Looks like it. Alright, I'll take it. Sure, why not? Stuff and things. So the Lotus I usually keep in a reasonably nice place. Okay, that's good to me. You can go away. Don't probably need razor wire. Cool. Alright, so reinforced alloy is we take enriched alloy and coat it with some diamond. So that doesn't seem too hard to make, right? And then since I know I'm going to need to do that, we take that reinforced alloy and coat it with obsidian. Neat. Easy enough. Ding ding. Yay, ding ding. Now making plastics is going to be one of the next tasks, and that specifically is a... Hey, claim. Thank you. And again, I'll put these away for the time being, along with that guy. Plastics is definitely going to be one of the next tasks, and that is one of the ones that's going to allow me to progress to the next stage, right? So I don't even know what comes after Mechanism. I didn't even look because I was too excited to get into Mechanism. So Reborn Technology seems to be Mechanism-based. Anything else for Mechanism? To space and beyond. Okay, cool. That's cool. So we get to go to space after we complete Mechanism? Sure. I like the sound of that. Okay. May or may not actually be the next thing we do after Mechanism, but we'll see. We'll see for sure. Neat. All right, cool. So back to Mechanism. Back to Mechanism. Because like I said, I do want to, I think once I get Mechanism's foundational stuff out of the way, I would probably like to spend time really ramping up things like RF production and some automation stuff using Mechanism's tools that we get available to us, like the item routing and the fluid routing and the tanks and all that good stuff, right? So let's think about spending more time on Mechanism than we have in previous mods. Chemical dissolution chamber can turn ores into slurries with sulfuric acid. Okay. Dissolution chamber. Just knocking out all these things, right? So we're going to need bring you and you and you back. And sure, why not? So it sounds like we're going to need for the chemical dissolution chamber, well, we only need one of these atomic alloys, so that should be cool. So we just need 2 basic tanks. Sweet. And then chemical crystallizer. Needs 2 of those atomic alloys. So what we'll do is we will punch 2 of these guys into here. And then we'll bump it up to the next tier. But in preparation for that, we also want to make sure that we have everything else we need, like steel casings, which needs more of you. So let's get coal. You know what? 24 sounds like a good number to me. Sure, why not? And then you guys go in here to get bumped up to that guy. Hey, Enricher, give me my speed upgrades back. You can go back into the advanced smelter. You are done. You guys have a little bit of work to do. I should totally make more speed upgrades, because those things are kind of nice. So they just needed enriched alloys and osmium dust. It's really not bad. That's iron in there. So let's get some more iron, because I'm burning through that stuff like nobody's business. Cool. Okay. That looks reasonable. So you're all done. I'm going to take you guys and do that. Perfect. And then we can craft speed upgrades. Nice. Remember that, like, the higher you get in speed upgrades, the more shenanigans it becomes in terms of RF usage, right? So, like, we rapidly go beyond 1,000 RF a tick. So we just bumped up to probably, like, 2,000 RF a tick. But it's all good. And now you smelt up the steel for me. Way faster steel production. More speed upgrades? More osmium dust. Right. Crusher. And let's get more osmium while that's all cooking. Enderman everywhere. Still want to know who made that mod. Ding. Oh, and it's raining. Cool. Be right back. And we're back. Cool. So speed upgrades, yes. Nice. 8 more speed upgrades. That is beautiful. So let's throw like 4 in here. And you... I gave you 6. Let's make you 4 as well for now, and I'll hold on to the other 6. You could probably use a couple. And you've got your 4, right? Yeah. I don't want to go too crazy on the speed upgrades right now because as much as we're playing a lot with Mechanism, we don't have the generation of power just yet. But Chemical Crystallizer should then therefore be cool to make. So we just need one of these now that we have the steel. And 1, 2 of these. Perfect. Ding. See, told you we need a lot of osmium. Dynamic tanks can go away for now. Great. All right, so with that all done, dense plastic seems to be the next big one. HDPE can be made with biofuel, which is made in a crusher in a pressurized reaction chamber. Okay, so HDPE is made with liquid ethylene and oxygen. Cool. Wow, fancy stuffs. All right, everything you just said is a lie. HDPE pellets can be made. So liquid ethylene comes from ethylene. I remember doing this and getting a decent power generator from this. And ethylene comes from water and hydrogen from biofuel. So effectively from biofuel, yes. You get ethylene and substrate. And hydrogen you get from the electrolytic separator, hydrogen and oxygen. Kind of remembering this, right? So liquid ethylene, oxygen, makes HDPE pellets. Okay, cool. And liquid ethylene comes from ethylene. Ethylene comes from hydrogen, water, and biofuel. And I believe pumps can be used to pump up water. So that's also another kind of nice thing. So we'll probably want to set up an HDPE. So these guys can be used to make HDPE sheets, which is apparently used for something important later on in the mod, like the solar neutron activator. Remember those? Yeah. Those are cool. All right. But then the other thing we can do, couldn't I use that for power gen of some kind? I remember doing that in Age of Engineering. Some kind of power gen structure using those things, like hydrogen or ethylene or something like that. Right? So hydrogen from Mekanism, hydrogen chloride, PRC, liquid hydrogen. Chemical reactor, that's from nuclear craft. Didn't I do something with this at some point that like gave me power? So there's hydrogen chloride. There's ethylene. Can't you use ethylene for power gen? Liquid ethylene. There's a thermal generator from Tech Reborn. Could have sworn there was some kind of Mechanism generator. So there's the heat generator. That I assume needs heat of some kind. Gas burning generator? Ooh, yeah, that might be it. That doesn't have a JEI reference. I think that's it. I think it was the gas burning generator that was cool. Let me go look that up real quick. Yes, I totally remember this correctly. It's the gas burning generator that can burn hydrogen. Sweet. I forget if it can burn ethylene, but it can very least burn hydrogen. Let's see. Does it say what else it can burn? It definitely says hydrogen, but that seems to be about it. All right, guys. So I have a plan of attack. Let's do this. Let's set up in this corner a nice 3x3 water source. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the basics going of this system that we're going to have here, so that we can have. And let's do this. That should be fine. Good enough for now. So we're going to get the basics of Mechanism. We'll use some stuff and some things. So that should be cool. Hang on. Water source 3x3. Cool. All right. So let's get the basics down for power gen. Using the gas burning generator, right? So gas... dash burning? Yeah. So can I get one of those? Would that be doable? Let's make one of those if we can. So that's gold and iron dust again. So crusher, basic crushing factory, doot. Nice. Loving it. All right, so gas burning generator, check. And it looks like we're gonna need 2 of these. And then we're cool. Right? So what we'll do is we'll Where is my gas burning generator? Oh, cool. You just didn't craft. Neat. Good times. So what I'll do, right, is get a pump going, pump up some water, electrolytic separator it to turn the water into hydrogen and oxygen, then use the gas-burning generator to burn hydrogen and create power. We'll get an energy cell going. We might move these machines that we currently have over there so that we're no longer bound to this area, and we can have our mechanism area over in that general area, right? And then that'll probably be the end of the episode, and we'll jump in next episode and use that hydrogen and oxygen that we got. We'll start creating that biomass stuff and get ourselves some HDPE. Does that sound like a high-level plan? All right, so let's do the things, right? So in order for this to work, we're going to want more basic universal cables. We're also going to want some cubes. So can I just jump straight to like an ultimate energy cube? Is that a cool thing? No, I have to make the progressive tiers as we go. So a basic energy cube needs more enriched alloys. I thought I had like a bunch of these, and apparently I don't. So these are enriched alloys, right? Yeah, iron. Cool. I just wanted like I had more of those, but apparently a big nope. Sweet. All right, so we'll get a basic cell from 2 of you. Okay, and a steel casing. So this will be our energy storage device. Are we out of iron? We must be out of iron. Who'd have thunk that would happen soon? I should grab more osmium too, I guess, while I'm on the road collecting more resources. That's no biggie. Iron and osmium, easy, right? So basic energy cube, check. Now if we want to bump that guy up to the next tier, we just need a couple more of these. So 1, 2 energy tablets. Which I'm guessing are like item-based energy storage, right? Hey, you, could you not be out of sync inventory? Thanks. And I know it's because I shift-click and all that stuff. It's a thing that happens, and I get that. I get why it happens, trust me, I know. So 4 enforced alloys, and then we're also we're going to want to go ultimate. And I think the next is elite, and then ultimate, and then creative beyond that, which clearly we're not going to actually get a creative one. At least not now. I don't know if creative tier stuff is in this pack or not, but we'll find out. So we're going to want some more enriched alloys. And ultimately, we're going to want to have 8 of them at this tier, and then 4 of them at this tier. Right? So that should be cool. And I didn't speed upgrade these last 2, because I don't use them as much typically. So having an ultimate energy cube here will be nice, because it'll allow me to store 51 million RF. Definitely better than the 4 million RF that we have right now. So one of these dudes goes here. These guys can go here. While that's cooking, we will make our elite energy cube. And then the next tier needs a couple of diamonds. But other than that, not bad. That was 1 diamond too many. So this will get us energy storage. Use you. Nice. Ultimate energy cubes. Beautiful. Ultimate induction provider, huh? Sweet. That's that multi-block guy, right, from Mekanism? But for now, 51 million is good enough. I'm also wondering if I want to try a solar panel. Can we make one of these real quick? Solar generators? Just needs this. And 3 of these. Just curious how much power this generates. But it might be a nice way to... You were stuck on my cursor, you stinker. To power my pump, maybe? I don't know, to be sure. But we'll find out. So pump, I believe, goes here. And then you need RF. Which I wonder if you can just sit right next to him and generate RF? Nope. So let's put this here. Hello, where do you, That's right, there's a proper tool for this that I should probably make from Mekanism. The Mekanism wrench dude. Can you sit here and work? Nope. So you probably need to do... Because I think it outputs power from the bottom of the solar cell. Yeah, that works. Hey, cool. You are producing water. Beautiful. So now we're going to want gas pipes and liquid pipes from Mekanism, right? So let's do two things. Let's first actually get that Mekanism tool, not the atomic disassembler. The configurator? That sounds fair. You're going to make me run all the way over here for a single piece of lapis. Of course you are. Why wouldn't you? So the configurator is definitely a thing we're going to want, right? And that, yeah, I remember you. Rotate, wrench, configure items, fluid, heat, gases. Nice. Okay. So the configurator is a thing. Where do I charge you at? I think in an energy cell I can charge this thing. So once I get the energy cell placed down, I can charge it, and that'll be fine. And then what else did I want while I was here? The pipes, right? So we're going to want universal cables. Let's get a few more of you. Sure, 2 more basic universal cables. And then we're going to also want mechanical pipes. These are fluids. So you need a bit more steel. Am I really out of steel already? Surprising, but not that surprising. Luckily, steel production has gotten easier. 15 pieces of steel sound good? That's cool. That is both fast and cool. Nice. Right? I like it. Mekanism. Me and you are friends on this map, let me tell you. Smelting steel. Beautiful. Okay, so then basic mechanical pipes will let me transfer liquids. So for now, I don't think I need a lot of those, but then we need pressurized tubes, which are for gases, right? And let's also make some tanks from Mekanism. So a gas tank. Let's get 1, 2 of these because we're going to want oxygen and hydrogen. I don't think I need a fluid tank for now because we'll pipe directly into the electrolytic separator. So electrolytic separator, I'm sure I made one of those. That's the one that turns water into hydrogen and oxygen. So that's the one I'm going to want here, right? So first things first, let's get energy into our ultimate energy cube. Yeah, you're getting RF, nice. And you can hopefully charge up a little bit. Beautiful. I like it. Enough charging for now. So I pretty much want the solar panel's job to be transferring power into the pump at all times, right? Now the pump, that looks like the output on the top. So if I take our mechanical pipes, look, it's filling up with water. Nice. And we'll take our electrolytic separator, stick him here. Sweet. You are good to go, buddy. Now, some of your power can also go towards electrolytic separation. Oh, you're loud. That's okay. You're making hydrogen and oxygen for me. And twice as much hydrogen as oxygen, because that makes sense. That's a sound that I want to have stop. Mufflers, please. Mufflers are what? Steel dust? Yeah. And what else? Glass and enriched alloys. You're probably out of power, but that's okay. Let's get you guys down, and we'll just... I'm assuming you can take muffler upgrades. Thank you. Thank you! So this side is hydrogen, and this side is oxygen. Could I... Let me put you on rotate mode. would that make oxygen there and hydrogen there? And what I'm going to do, there's a setting for somewhere in here. Dumping excess. So you will continue to receive oxygen, and it'll void any excess oxygen we get. Because the main purpose of this is to get hydrogen. So now we've got hydrogen. You are going to go into a gas burning generator. Now can you sit right there and be... You don't have a configuration guy. Gases? Okay, you might need something in between you, like the pressurized tube. Wrench. Nice. All right, cool. So if I put a pressurized tube like that, would you empty out your gas? Transporter config, side config. So you're going to output on the bottom. And there should be gas in there now, and this thing is empty. Beautiful. And then gas burning generator, you are going to... You're producing RF. Nice, because there's hydrogen coming in. Excellent. And then you can store RF in here. So your universal cable will go... I'm going to rotate mode you there. Cool. And then basic universal cable. For now, I'm going to have one in between these two. Not sure if it's needed, but there. All the power is going out, and now we're burning hydrogen to make power. Sweet. And then the last thing we need to do is configure you so that the back... Is this the front? So this was probably the back. Can send basic universal power into this guy, but I want you guys to not connect. Right. Cool. Sweet. So you've got power. You're separating. You've got hydrogen. Why do I feel like we're like not getting a net gain on this stuff? We're definitely producing oxygen. Don't tell me that it costs like the same amount of power to separate hydrogen and oxygen as we get from our gas burning generator, because that would be super uncool. Huh. Well, back in a minute. We might be having a net gain, but it just seems really low to me. Or maybe it's a net loss. I don't know. So producing 160 RF per tick. And this guy is using 160 RF per tick. Really? That's stinky. Why do I remember this being so much better back in the day? Alright, so kinda stinky. But I get it. What if I put another solar panel on you? Are you just... And I did make it so that this thing requires a redstone signal now to produce power? I could have sworn there was a net gain of power. Wasn't that how it was in Age of Engineering? Or am I completely crazy? But I could have sworn we could have used this setup to produce a, like, decent net gain of power, right? So maybe it's not hydrogen I should be burning, but ethylene. I wonder how much power I would get if I put ethylene in there. Because it does say... So ethylene's an option. So let's do this. Let's actually... Can I swap you guys so that you're coming in the bottom? So configure gases. Connection type change to push to pull. Will you empty? Probably not. Well, that's fine. Here's what I'll do. To none. I'm going to let you run and dump all your power. So I think ethylene's probably the way to go. Maybe that's what it was in Age of Engineering that I did, was make ethylene for power. Right, so I'll let the solar panels... And, I mean, we have a little bit of power in the energy cube here. Let's let the solar panels do their job of... So let's wrench you. Yay. I love it when the wrench actually sucks the items into your inventory and they don't fall into the void. Neat. So we'll let the gas, the hydrogen, and oxygen produce, fill up, right? So this is kind of a passive generation. A third solar cell, I think, would probably be beneficial here because it's, what is it? Outputting 40 RF a tick, generating 24. Is it you're generating 20 right now? Producing 20, max output 40, right? So each one of these, so totally we're producing 40 between the two. This guy needs 160 to run at max efficiency, but that's okay. We could, if we needed to speed him up, we can just let it passively produce oxygen and hydrogen here. And next episode we'll come back, we'll make ethylene, see what kind of power source that is, and then also use the ethylene to get HDPE. Does that sound like a plan? For now, Darwell20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Take it easy.